You know, there are a million ways to grip a putter, stroke a golf ball in a way that makes it roll into the hole. Maybe more than a million, I don't know. But there's some key fundamentals to your setup that no matter how you stroke the ball or how unique your stroke is to you, there's some key fundamentals that you need to nail down, or it's going to be tough to putt well consistently. Today we're going to talk about 6 of those key fundamentals. One of the key fundamentals, and I don't care what type of grip that you use, is your arm, your forearm should be an extension of the putter. So this angle should be straight. For instance, I see people get over the ball and their hands are like this, where there's an angle between their forearms and the putter. Not what you want. Or I see people with their hands too far inside. No, grip the ball, the putter, in a way that your forearms are in line with the putter shaft. Now the second thing is ball position when you're putting the ball. The ball should be just inside or underneath your lead eye. I don't care which eye is dominant, just inside. And so if you're right-handed, it's the left eye, just inside or directly over the ball. So let's watch. I step up and set up the ball. Here's a great way that you can test this or check this. Set up over the ball. My left eye feels like it's in the right position for me, and it drops just a tiny bit inside. That's my setup position. That's where I want to be. By the way, you can practice your setup for several of the things I'm going to tell you with a Reimer swing train, a Reimer short game trainer, or you can do it with one of those putting mirrors. I'll put some links in the description below so that you can find those. I'm not promoting any of them, although I'll put the links to several, and I'll make sure they're not the ones that are glass and breakable mirrors, because you know there's that old superstition about a broken mirror being 7 years worth of bad luck. I don't want you to have 7 years worth of 3 putts. All right, so ball position, where the ball, your left eye is immediately over or just inside the line. Now let's talk about the third critical element of putting. You set up over the ball, and it's really key that your shoulders are level. Now, if you're on a really steep hill, it's okay to slope the same amount as the ground, but if you're on a relatively flat or slightly sloping green, you want your shoulders to be completely level. You don't want to be like this when you're putting. You don't want to be like that. It's impossible to make a good smooth stroke, keep the putter face square. So the fourth thing, while we're on the subject of shoulders, is you want your shoulders also to be parallel to the target line. I see people a lot of times, and it's okay if your feet are open, but you've got to have your shoulders square to the line, even if your feet are open or not. But I see people with their shoulders like this. It's really hard. You'll pull the putt in or out that way. I see people with their shoulders like this. No, shoulders level, vertically, and then also square to the target line horizontally. That's important. So the fifth key element to a good putting setup is your hands. No matter how you grip the putter, no matter your ball position in terms of front or back of your stance, key thing is that your hands are below or just inside your shoulders. You don't want your hands in here, and you don't want your hands way out there. So if you'll notice, I'm set up, my hands are just barely slightly outside my shoulders, but they're almost directly underneath, maybe that much forward of my shoulders. That's good. It's a good, comfortable setup so that I can make a consistent putting stroke, either using just this dumb joint in my elbow or by rocking my shoulders to make the putting stroke. But in that position, it's natural and everything else stays still, which is critically important, and that's what you want. Now let's talk about the sixth element of a good putting setup. So the sixth element of a really good putting setup is that you have the putter face both square to the line, but also that you don't have it toe up or toe down. Here's the problem. Toe up, you're going to miss the putt. Just the way that putters are made and the way physics and rolling balls work. If I have the toe of the putter up like this, then the problem is my aim is off anywhere from 2 to 8 degrees to the right, which will cause you to miss every putt that's 5 foot or more. You don't want that. Same thing if I have the toe down and the heel up like this, I'm gonna miss, my aim will be off about that far to the left. You don't want that. That's gonna miss everything. One other thing related to the putter face, not only not heel up or toe up, but you don't want to, I know a lot of you like to do a forward press, which is like this. That's okay, get your putter made and designed and set up for that, because you don't want to be putting with the putter de-lofted like so. That beats the ball into the ground and it hops, and you don't want that. By the same token, you don't want your putter tilted up like that, because it'll cause you to top the ball, and that's a problem. Speaking of that, I mentioned the putting mirrors earlier. It's great for working on your setup. For me personally, I don't like the putting mirror practicing my stroke, because the putting mirror is about this thick, and that causes me to hit the ball when I'm practicing with the putting mirror, to have to lift my putter off the ground that much, and I don't strike the ball squarely on the equator. So be careful with that. So you do those 6 things. I see a lot of golfers miss putts and they don't know why they're missing. It's often because their setup is not the same from putt to putt, from hole to hole. Get those 6 elements of your setup down, no matter how you stroke it, and you'll make more putts, which is what this channel is all about. So go ahead now, smash the like button, subscribe, give us a share to your friends, make comments below on how this video helped you or what else you'd like to see us talk about. And in the meantime, here's to you making more putts.